Hello, my divinities. Welcome back. So, one thing I realized before we move on to the Nightingale, I forgot that we did not read the spider. So, let's go ahead and read the spider, okay? So, the spider represents creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than results oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. So, when in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. So, I think that this especially applies to somebody who may be feeling like they're struggling financially. So maybe the Five of Pentacles isn't so much about them feeling like they're not good enough. It's about them feeling like maybe they're not generating prosperity. They're not generating abundance. And this is like, well, have you been consistent enough? Have you stayed at it even when it's not giving you the dividends that you hoped it would give you? Keep going. Okay, now let's look at the Nightingale. The Nightingale, look at this. A fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the Nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. To bring into balance, music. Interesting. So I'm telling you, this is about whoever's walking away from this other mentor has possibly realized that their mentor is not really putting their money where their mouth is. They're not really speaking up. They don't, like, they may talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And that is to a student who is learning, who is, it's kind of like children. People say all the time, I tell my kids this. I teach my kids this because I say this. But kids don't learn off of what you say. Between choosing off of what you say and off of what you do, a lot longer will what you do stay with them more than what you say. Because if you say, I love you, you're important to me, but you never show up to their games, you always forget their birthday, you never have time to spend time with them, you never have time to talk to them, that's going to stick with the child longer than you telling them that they love them, that you love them. Same thing with the teacher. When the teacher is not living the truth that they are teaching someone else, the student is going to pick up on what the teacher is doing, not on what the teacher is saying. So whoever we're dealing with here, it's like they have received the clarity that whoever they were following is not really living this truth. And this has possibly influenced them. So if this was like their parents, if this was their pastor, somebody along those lines, they had a lot of respect for them, but they've realized they're not really living what they teach. Like, in Christianity, for example. Christianity is not followers of Christ. Because Christ was, if we look at the current political administration, right? Judas is a lot more like the current Christianity, not Christ. Because Judas, and I saw this, it was so interesting. I saw someone speak about this. Judas betrayed Christ because he didn't think that Christ was going to be the ideal revolutionary. He thought if I put him under pressure, then he pictured he would like explode into this like hero and defend the Jewish people. He betrayed Christ because he loved his nation. And it was to his surprise that Christ did not explode into some heroic figure. He just allowed the Romans to take him into prison. Then he was like, oh God, what have I done? Because he didn't realize that Christ was going to allow it. Because Christ was not there to strike war. Christ was not there to lead a revolution physically. He was not there to reclaim the Jewish people physically. He was there to reclaim their spirituality. So when people are possibly following a religious leader and they realize, why is this person preaching love but then spewing hate? You know what they say, that there's no hate like Christian love? There's a reason that became a saying. Let's clarify the Six of Wands. Clarify Six of Wands. If somebody talks the talk, but they don't walk the walk, they're not really worthy of being a teacher anyway. Okay, so to start off the Six of Wands, we've got the Magician, the Star. Clarify Six of Wands. Mother of Pentacles. With the Nine of Wands. Yeah, look what's beneath the Nine of Wands. Five of Cups. This is so interesting to me because whoever this teacher is, they could be famous. Because we've already got the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands indicates someone visible, right? Someone who has a slightly higher stature than others. But then it's got the Star card. So this could be somebody famous. With the Magician, though, this is somebody who is very good at manifestation. They're very good at creating the reality that they want. With the Mother of Pentacles, I think that they show up very earthy, very grounded, very nurturing. But it's almost like, because we're looking at the overall energies, the Storm, the Judge, the Mentor, right? It's almost like this person may appear very wise, very nurturing, very loving. But then once you get to know them, you realize that they're a disappointment. Like they could be somebody who's very sweet and nice, but they're not kind. And I'm saying kind as in, we've talked about this before, but we're going to go over it again. Nice and kind are not the same thing. Nice is when someone is fearful. They behave nice because they are trying to gain favor with someone else. Not because they actually like that person, but because either one, they're afraid of what this person could do to them. So it's like you're nice to your boss because, you want to make sure he doesn't take a dislike to you and fires you. You're nice to the person who's going to do surgery on you because you don't want them to like accidentally cut a vein in there. It's like niceness comes from this place of, please don't hurt me. It's like sending off that signal. Please don't hurt me. I am harmless. I'm here with peace. That's nice. It's politeness. But kindness is somebody who does not fear doing the right thing, even if others may not like it. So for example, I've seen people who are very openly talking about the President of the United States and his harebrained schemes, along with Elon. And it honestly hurts my heart when I see anybody defend their actions, because I'm like, Elon Musk clearly did a Nazi salute on national television twice. There's no excuse, guys. There's no excuse for his behavior. None. None. And if you find yourself trying to find an excuse for his behavior, you need to ask yourself why you are still defending these people. It goes beyond political party, because I'm not saying all conservatives are Nazis, because I don't think so. There's a lot of conservative people that were shocked. And you know how I know that they were shocked too? Because they keep trying to say that it's not the Nazi salute. That's how we know that they do know what it is, because they're trying to change what he's doing. They're like, no. He was doing "My heart goes out to you." No, he wasn't. If that's what he was doing, then why don't they imitate the actions he took? Why don't they imitate the same movements at the same angle that he did it? Why not? If that's harmless. So whoever this is, it's like they have that nice shell, but they don't have the courage to speak up against things that are wrong. They don't have they may see it as like, oh, that's like I was talking to one of my clients who went to they went to an event, and there was this person there that claimed to be a shadow worker and a healer. And one of the first things they said is that they didn't believe in racism. And I'm just like, as soon as my client told me that, I'm like, that's a quack. That's a fucking quack. Do not listen to that person. Because what type of fucking healer says that they don't believe in racism? Like, it's Miski? Are we just denying reality now? Okay. So, I'm not sure if this is a warning to those who are healers, or if this is telling someone's story. But I'm very vocal about things that I know bother some people. But because I'm not doing it out of self-righteousness, I am saying, I'm literally clarified the other day that I myself used to get a kick out of Trump's antics until, I matured and I started learning more things. We can all change. It's not coming from a place of I am better than you. It's coming from a place of let's examine where that came from. Let's examine why we would ever agree with that. Let's look at the Three of Pentacles. Clarify the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Death card. Clarify Three of Pentacles. Ooh. Judgment reversed. Clarify Three of Pentacles. The Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. The Three of Swords. And the Chariot. With the Seven of Wands. Someone is, and look, it's this Knight of Swords. Whoever's the Knight of Swords is the one doing this. They're standing up and they're saying, no, I don't like this. They're possibly shocking other people with what they're saying, but they don't care. Now, this could be a young person because they show up as the Knight of Swords and they're showing up as a Knight of Pentacles. So this could be towards a mother figure. Because we did get the Queen of Cups and then we got the Queen of Pentacles. This could be a mother figure that they're defying. And the mother is just like, excuse me. But it's because they're realizing that they don't want to be like this person. Let's read the zebra before we look at the clarifiers. I just realized that I hadn't done that. So the zebra The zebra is eccentric, creative, and visionary. Zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well cultured, and have an undying curiosity